Hello everyone, my name is Miro and welcome to my channel, welcome to a new video, welcome to a backlit video, welcome to me in gloves, welcome to plant chores, pest treatment, you're welcome to all of these things today. We have a plant chore video, pest treatment. I'm trying out a new product that I haven't used, well, I have used it in the past couple of days, but prior to this, I haven't really been using it for my Hoya. A version of this product is actually probably well known to a lot of you, and I'm using it for the first time. It is a product that is called nimbecidine here, and this is essentially azadirachtin, which is derived from neem oil. It is very similar to what in the US people use under the name Azamex, but Azamex is much stronger. So this is a weaker version of Azamex. Hopefully it will be strong enough to help out with mealybugs and to help out with mites. This is used both as an insecticide and as a miticide actually. And I have been spraying Hoyas from a big tent in the past couple of days, and I still have about half of the Hoya to go through. It's taking a long time because a lot of them need to be watered, and I'm trying to not make some of the mistakes that I made in the past, which is treat underwatered Hoya. Don't do that with any treatment that you choose. Your plant should be watered because you could be facing some issues if your plant is dehydrated. We are going to, can you see this half-dead plant? You can't. Okay, I'm not even going to show it to you. Okay, move. Just the healthy ones can stay here. These are the hanging plants that I treated in the past couple of days, and they do not have any side effects for now. Hopefully that is going to remain. No leaf drop or anything like that, which I have been experiencing with paraffin oil, and I am happy with how plants reacted, and they didn't. They didn't drop any leaves, nothing like that happened. And I don't know how effective this will be. A lot of the people on the internet swear by Azamex. They say it's very useful. You do need to treat several times. I'm just going to be doing one treatment now, and then by the time I finish this video, it will have been probably a week, because today is Wednesday and I started on potentially even Sunday because I just couldn't get so many plants treated in one go. I treat about 20-30 a day. So hopefully, magically, somehow today I will do like, I don't know, 50 or something like that. And I have like an hour to do it, which is very unrealistic. Some of the Hoyas that I treated are in my small tent that's on top of this one. I mentioned in my previous video that I'm going to be taking that one down, the small tent, but I think for now I'm just going to leave it where it is. I will empty it completely, or actually I have emptied it completely, but now I do have plants that need to go back into the tent. I have them up there because I'm trying to empty the tent completely, clean it thoroughly, and then put stuff back and combine my Hoyas from another of my tent that was sitting next to this one here. So I will be combining some of those, and I don't think I will have time to treat those. I want to treat everything before I put it back into the tent, and I will select some. You can kind of see back on my desk, I do have some that are going to go into the cabinet, so I already separated some of them. I do have a bunch of Hoya here. It's quite messy. If you have anxiety, if mess gives you anxiety, maybe this isn't for you. Or, just pull through. So I'm continuing with my treatment today, and hopefully by the time this video is finished, uploaded, everything will be back in the tent and things will be in the cabinet. I am noticing a lot of the plants need a repot. I still have plants in pond that I'm trying to completely get rid of from my collection. We're not going to do any of that because when I get done with this, what I would like to do is repot the plants that are in my Millsbo cabinet, and then, only if there is time, I would like to then tackle another cabinet in terms of repotting, and then the tent. So that's going to be tackled last. We do have busy times ahead. There's quite a lot of plant work that needs to be done, and I will be going to Sweden on March 20th, I will be going to Nordiska Fair, which is essentially what I went to last year, and a Swedish Hoya Society does have like a stand there. So I'll be visiting again. I think that is on the 20, I will just gotta check, I forgot. I think that's on the 27th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. I'm not gonna be going for all 4 days. I think 27th through 29th. On the 29th, I should be back. And I will be going to my friend Farah on the 20th in Malmö. And yeah, you're gonna get some videos once again from Sweden. I will try to do a much better job documenting the fair. I did a pretty crappy job last time, but I was just so excited. And, you know, hopefully this time I will be more down to earth and I will record a better video. Also, we have a better camera this time around, so it should be good. And if you do come to Nordiska Trade Fair, say hello if you see me. Don't be quiet, because I don't know you. I don't know you. You know me. I don't know you. So feel free to say hello. And yeah, that's all that I have to say. I guess I'm just gonna be putting my mask on and start treating the plants. They are already in my hallway. They got watered last night. I stayed up until 3 a.m. Crazy, I know. Watering all the plants, and yeah, I'm just gonna mix this concoction of azadirachtin with water and start spraying the plants. So I will move you to my bathroom. It's not a very luxurious situation. And then we will treat the plants. And then I have to go with my friend to help her out. March 8th is on Saturday, which is a huge holiday here. Everyone buys cut flowers, potted plants for, it's International Women's Day. I don't know if it's celebrated where you are, but it's pretty big here. And I'm helping my friend who has a flower store a bit. And today we're gonna go and look at some plants. And I'm gonna pick up a couple of plants. I got 2 new plants, not Hoya. They're definitely not Hoya. Sorry, but I will be going to Sweden, and you just know I'm not gonna come back from Sweden with 0 Hoya, even though I kind of was gonna say I wanna make 2025 no-buy year in terms of Hoya. But that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Instead, it's going to be mindful, minimal purchasing of Hoya. But I did get 2 orchids. I'm sorry, March 8th. There's so many, trust me, I bought only 2 orchids, only 2. I think in the flower stores I saw at least 10 that I wanted, at least 10. So I think I should get a round of applause here. I think I did really well buying just 2, for now. Maybe I'll need to start to work a corner to afford the rest of them. It's not funny, I know. It's not funny because it might become a reality. Does this not fit my head? Oh, my poor mother, this is like so tight on my head. Anyway. Yeah, I don't think we can have glasses on. Of course, now my bun is gonna start to fall apart, so let's secure it. My hair is very clean today. Maybe it doesn't look like so on camera, but I washed it last night. Whenever my hair is clean, I'm gonna pass out. Whenever my hair is clean, it just wants to come undone from the bun. It's impossible to keep it. I'm already too hot. I'm already too hot. I'm gonna start panicking. Look away. Look away. You should be paying additionally for this exquisite. You should have paid extra for that seducing performance. Seductive. Let's do it again. Okay. Maybe before I write a Hoya book, I can write a book. This is kind of a look, isn't it? I think because it covers my forehead, maybe I should just wear something on my forehead, like a headband, like Lady Gaga and Judas. I actually used to wear that. Anyway, maybe before I write a book on how to take care of Hoya, I should write a book on seduction. The Art of Seduction by Miro. It's surely going to be a bestseller. So these are the Hoyas that I would like to treat before I go. Also have some Hoya here on the fridge in the kitchen. They have been put there yesterday. Not entirely sure where to position you, but that's what you're gonna get. Okay, so we need to be really quick here. Wow, this is getting hotter and hotter. So this product does smell to me exactly like neem oil. We have a Bormanica here that also needs to be treated. She's just chilling in the dark. This product is used 5 milliliters per liter. So we're just gonna make sure we have that correctly. Okay. And mix. Where is the lid? Where is the lid? Have I lost the lid? What? It's been like 2 seconds. Found it. This product smells exactly like neem oil. It's slightly less potent, the smell. It does relatively quickly evaporate. It does linger in the bathroom for some reason. But for example, I spray the plant and I can take it to my room and it's not gonna stink. But for whatever reason in the bathroom, it does smell a little bit. I also do have Hoya that are blooming now. Unfortunately, I don't know what the reaction will be with the flower and the product. Probably not great, to be quite frank with you, but also I don't really care. All of these have bloomed. None are blooming for the first time, and I think with most of them I do have somewhat decent photos. So let's just begin. Okay, Darth Vader mode. If you can't hear me well, I do not apologize. It's just the way that this is gonna have to work. I'll probably not do any talking anymore, but I just needed to say one more thing. In case you're wondering, this is not a preventative method. I'm actively fighting for sure mites, for sure mealybugs too, because I've seen them both. So this is definitely not a prevention. On some of them, sure, but I think all of them have at least a couple of mites. Some have more than a couple. I think it's impossible if one plant has mites that the rest of them don't. Same for mealybugs. I haven't discovered that many in the tent. I think at most 4 or 5 plants in the tent have had mealybugs that I saw now, and I think none of them had more than like 3, right? So it's very, very small population, but I do want to fight back. And I'm treating the entire tent. This is what I always do. If I discover mealybugs in the tent, the entire tent gets treated. If I discover them in the cabinet, the entire cabinet gets treated. I do recommend this. It's not enough to treat just one plant and the plant that are around it, especially with Hoyas, because vines go everywhere and these pests do move. With mites, some just had mites for a long time, and it's a constant fight to get rid of them, and maybe one day we will be mite-free, but I seriously doubt it. So I just wanted to say that. This is not unnecessary, nor is it an overreaction. It's very, very, very necessary, very, very, very overdue, and it's like the bare minimum, probably. Just to brag. Okay, let's start with these two. We are going for full coverage, and let me zoom you in. Well, this is the best you can hope for. Shake. And yes, I do know long sleeve is better to wear, but I will die if I wear long sleeves. I'll just carefully proceed forward. All right, I think this is a decent enough angle for what we are going to do next. I need to put everything back in the tent. I did not take all of the plants out of the tent. There are still some in there that need to be sprayed, but I simply do not have space in the room to put those out. So I need to, I don't know how, I need to take them out and start putting things that I did spray back in the tent. So we will do that now, and essentially the plan here is for me not to stop. It's gonna take a while. Essentially the plan is for me not to stop until I have finished, because I do not want to be tripping over the plants anymore. Before we do that, I do have couple of new plants. I was notified once again that there is a special Vanda orchid. Well, you know where this is going. And it's a color I don't have. It's actually gorgeous. So I of course said, no, I don't, no, do not get it. No. I was resisting for like a fraction of a second for sure. So we got this one. This one is probably in the worst shape in terms of flowers. It is the best flower though. This is like the best flower that I have. I think, I mean, this is just like unbelievably beautiful. This is one of the wish list vandas that Ansu has, and this is something that it's not really offered all that much. So, of course, I knew that, and I had to get it. The flowers are on their way out. This is definitely something that's been sitting in the flower store for a while, or maybe they sent it like this. I don't really know. It is also possible that this was a last-minute decision by Ansu to sell it. I don't know, but the last two flowers are not the best, and these are only so-so. So we have to rely on the future flowering for this one. It's again, once again, this is smaller. All of their vandas that come in these glass jars are quite small, and so far all of them have the worst roots. But this one is one of those that is gonna get big for sure. So this is actually quite a small plant. I believe this is the first flowering for this one, so we will definitely be, or we will be waiting on, on the next flowers to see how this one turns out. I'll take it out off camera and hang it, soak it, etc. The one that is falling apart is still falling apart. That one is not improving. I will most likely lose that one. I did tell you, but such is life. I have other 4 vandas that look great. This is the 5th one, and I do intend to get more. We will be basketing them in a future video as well, but not today. And because I've been helping out my friend who has a flower store, I told you it's March 8th, it's a big holiday, and I was just helping her out. I did not want this. I mean, I did want to buy this for myself, but she wanted to treat me, so she gave me a Phalaenopsis orchid. I did select this one to purchase, but she was like, no. So I haven't taken her out of the cellophane, so let's do it. For a brief moment, I was thinking that I should gift this to someone, because again, it's the holiday, and I was thinking maybe to my neighbor, but she doesn't have the light and she's not really at home all that much. She works abroad. So I think it would be pretty crazy for me to gift this. She can have just something else that's not a live plant. This is obviously for me. I mean, I was gonna buy it for myself. This is a Phalaenopsis that does cost a bit more. I mentioned this in my Patreon video. Typically in garden centers you have several categories of orchids. You have very cheap Phalaenopsis, those usually have terrible roots, sometimes crown rot, sometimes both. And this is from Decorum, and these are typically better. And I can just see the roots are really good on this one. Really strong, healthy roots, strong plant. It has 6, 7 leaves. That's quite strong. you know, the shape of the leaves. Obviously they shoved it in there, so they are twisted a bit, but we can just see this is like more premium Phalaenopsis. It's a gorgeous flower. I absolutely adore this. It's such a pretty peachy flower, and I had to have it. I had to have it, okay? It's a bit ruffled here, can you see? And all of them are a little bit ruffled. And this is a complex hybrid. I don't really know the name. I don't think it probably isn't even named, but we can see it's really good at branching out. This is going to be a Phalaenopsis that's going to bring us a lot of flowers. It's also very big. I do not like them staked. I like when they naturally fall. It does mean they take up more space that way, but I don't know. I just like them when they're not staked. I like when they have this natural fall to the flower. I will just put it back on the stakes though, because I'm not really sure where I'm gonna put it. I will probably hang them. I think I want to grow several more hanging, and I was thinking to enrich my wall with some orchids. I only have several Hoyas in that wall, and I think I'll take a couple of them out and put some orchids. I might be getting some orchids for the wall because they're gonna look nice. They're gonna be green when they're not in bloom, and when they're in bloom, just imagine like a cascade of flowers coming out from that wall. And I think it's gonna be like ideal light situation for Phalaenopsis. So thank you, Nicoletta. Nicoletta is the friend who gifted me this. She has a flower store here. I shall be linking once again her Instagram. And yeah, I shall be ordering more. Yeah, okay. Anyway, in order to get into this tent, we need to take off the Hoyas that are hanging. The tent is quite filthy, so it absolutely needs to be cleaned. It will help with the pests too. And then I will finish off treating the plants tomorrow. I think I will start putting some in the cabinet as well. Those need to be watered, treated, repotted. Quite a lot of work ahead of us, but it's fine. The spring is coming. They're waking up. They never went to sleep, unfortunately. Just like forever growing, but okay. I'm quite sad that one Vanda is gonna croak. It's a really pretty color after all. I decided I'm not angry at it anymore, but what are you gonna do? Her faith was not to be around for much. Okay, you can sort of see what's going on. The light is off in the tent. There are not too many plants in here, maybe 5 or 6 left. But I do need it fully open. I can't wait for everything to just be back in its spot. Okay. I think that's the best I can do with opening this tent. I need to turn on the light here and start cleaning. Let's get going, let's get going. I shall be moving you into my tent. Let me just show you. We have plants here, trash bag, plants here, obviously here. This entire tent up here is filled with plants that need to go down below. We have plants next to my bed, so these haven't been treated. I need to take them out and then we can clean the tent. As you can see, we have some nasty stuff there. I have cleaned it a little bit, but I want to finish the cleaning and then we can start putting stuff back. I actually think I can already start putting stuff back there. Though we might need to actually move the shelf, so maybe not. This is the day like 4 or 5. And these are all the plants that still need to be sprayed and put into the tent. I did add some to the cabinet. The top is largely empty. I was thinking maybe slightly lighter and not as tall as there, but I actually might move some from the trellises over here and then put the smaller ones back there. And I think there will be some space left. These need to be watered, sprayed, repotted, but that's not the task for today. This is the task for today, and this is the task for today, spraying these. I will put them all in the tent. I can't now because I have my vandas soaking here, but the tent is probably half full, so I hope that magically these fit. And then once again, I have some already here that need to be sprayed. Some of them are dehydrated, like this one is still dehydrated. So I'm not going to spray that. That might need to be rerouted. But these that are hydrated are going to be sprayed. Wow, the exposure is just fantastic, isn't it? So that's what I will do today. And I will spray them off camera, and then we will set up the camera again. Once they have dried, I'm going to put them into the tent. I will record that, and then like the last entry will be just me giving you the tour of the tent. Fingers crossed for me that they all fit magically. And then after I come back from my trip, we will be doing repotting, because again, a lot of these still need to be repotted. And then hopefully when I come back, we will just be maintaining them and doing like, still spray them, but like more preventatively, and just keeping the mealies in check. I look so tiny. Can you see all the mess? You can probably see like whatever. I'm not going to pretend that it's not currently messy here. It's very messy. Is there something? I guess there isn't anything too terrible that you can see there in the back, but there's like some trash here. I need to put my Hoyas back into the tent. I would be lying if I did not tell you it is yet another day of this whole experience, and simply it's because this is a lot of work. This is actually a lot of work, but we're definitely finishing now. My niece has a birthday in like 3 hours, so I absolutely need to fit everyone that's on my side back into the tent. And I am a little bit concerned because most of the tent is full-ish. And we do have a lot of space on like the top shelf here and here. But the problem with that is that those shelves are kind of not tall enough. I'm not really sure how we're gonna overcome that. I guess I'm gonna try to look for some slightly shorter trellises to shove in there. Now, I haven't exactly sprayed everything. I sprayed most of it. There are still some Hoyas that are left on this desk behind me, like my variegated Sulawesiana, but we're gonna deal with those last, and probably not in this video. And let's just see. Yeah, this barely fits. Hoyas are already, of course, making a mess in my tent. I can already see some flower buds and dropped flowers, which I really appreciate that they are flowering all the time. I really do. I am really appreciative of that, but they're making a mess all the time too. These shelves are not actually even that short. The issue is these pots, because they're self-watering pots, they have pretty big reservoirs, and that kind of limits what I can put here. Let's hope this can fit. This is just... This would almost fit. It's just so close to fitting. But alas, no such luck. Literally, in most of the cases, what I need is an extra millimeter or so. And these shelves are adjustable, but honestly, to take everything off now and to adjust them a little bit, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna be happening. We can't afford that. I mean, it's too hard, but it would be kind of cool if these would fit. Nope. That we need a couple of centimeters for those. And I still do have some Hoyas that need to be repotted that are also for the tent. They're intended for the tent. They are currently being sort of in a neglected / recovery mode, whatever that means. So we're not going to be putting them in here. Oh, this verticillata can fit in nicely. Unfortunately, I do not think we have too many things with small trellises. I'm going to fall. I can't really fit. This needs to be repotted, so I'm going to hang this one MT05. It's in pawn, so it needs to be transitioned. This one is definitely too big for this shelf. Ow, ow. I need to zip tie this, but that we're gonna leave a lot of these chores for later date too. This is probably gonna look a bit chaotic in the beginning, and even more so when they grow, but you know. I don't know if I wanted to put this into the cabinet. I think I best put it in the cabinet. I had to take my sweatshirt off. I don't have a thermometer in the room because they're all in the cabinet, but the cabinets say it's 25. That's crazy. That's really, really warm. We've been having some warmer days, but I had no idea. Like, is it actually that hot inside? I don't know. I do feel hot, so maybe it is. I need to fit my undulata someplace, and I think maybe all the way back there. Though, I would prefer her slightly isolated. Maybe I can just put her on the floor. Like off, like not on any of the shelves, but just like on the floor. Because I don't really want her on the shelves. I want to keep her isolated because of all the potential mites that she might have. Some of these are definitely too close to the light, but what are you gonna do? In limited space, some will be burned, I guess. I do have like a spot back there that's kind of really good for like really highlight Hoya, but the issue is nothing that I left is giving me the highlight vibes. I'm just kind of looking here, and nothing really that I left. They're all kind of like medium-ish. Oh my. Well, we have a casualty here. There's quite a lot of burnt leaves on this one Hoya, so I guess even this treatment. I don't see anything burned on any other Hoya, but maybe this is some different reason, but I definitely see some burnt leaves on this one. Maybe they were burned before, I can't tell. I don't remember. It's on my Hoya apoda, which is not looking sexy anyway, but she is blooming like crazy. She's bloomed quite a lot recently. So maybe she already looked like heck, because I don't really see anything on anyone else. And I did everything right, you know, I watered them, I let it dry completely before putting it back into the tent, so it could be unrelated. Yeah, I'm just really struggling to think of a Hoya that can go on that top, so I guess I'm just gonna give up, you know? I'm just gonna put them in different spots. Maybe this verticillata, even though verticillatas are not really for such highlight. They do bloom really well though when you give them a higher light, and that one is going to bloom for the first time. That's an NS clone of Hoya verticillata, so let's just put it there. Yeah, everything else is really for lower light, so I guess we will have some space there, which is not bad, but the issue is I don't think they have space to put the rest of them back. But let's just try. Let's just try. I have also separated some Hoyas that, you know, they don't necessarily need to be in the tent. So we will leave those last. Ow. I think by the time I'm finished, we're gonna have like over 100 Hoyas in this tent, which is a lot. I really need to start trimming them or praying for magic to somehow expand my space. I think I'm not gonna put this verticillata back in there. It's just a little bit too big for the tent. I don't think it needs to be in the tent. Instead, I would like to put this one, former Vibergiae. My Hoya lambi is still quite dehydrated after that repot. It is what I expected. I'm not really surprised. I knew there's going to be some consequence for for the repot, and we just saw how those roots were. So I was expecting consequences. I was hoping there'd be none, but hey. So this is what the tent is looking like now. As we see, there is empty space here. We're gonna fill that with plants. I'm actually glad to see there is some space there. And there is also space in the cabinet here on top. I did not do anything with that verticillata. I think I'm just gonna put it here because there is light-ish. There's also a spider and mold. Lovely. Need to paint the room. But anyway, back to the tent. This is what it's looking like. These are isolated. Something did happen with my Hoya apoda. Maybe this was here before. I'm not really sure. These two, I found a couple of mealybugs on them, so they're separated. I also found like one mealybug on this Hoya surisana, which is right there. And to be quite frank with you, I think that's all. I don't think I found mealybugs on anyone else. I found like one mealybug on with these New Guinea ghosts, but I took care of it. I sprayed them, so it should be fine. And I actually think, yeah, I think I found like a mealybug on each of these. Kari, Basie, and I can't remember who that one is. Rubida in the end, maybe. I think I found like a mealybug there, but nothing too major. We have a lot of Hoya on this lower shelf. It is kind of crazy. It's kind of messy. Don't really know what's gonna happen there. We definitely can take a couple of verticillatas out of there. You can't really see maybe because of all of these, but yeah, there's like a bunch of Hoya on those shelves. And some of them are here. My slightly sad Hoya lambi, though, it's looking better today. But you can see that she is still dehydrated a little bit. Definitely the roots have been damaged in that repot, unfortunately, but I'm hoping that she will hydrate. She did lose one leaf, and this one is gonna go, but the rest of them, aside from looking dehydrated, are looking okay-ish. And yeah, they're all pretty full. The only shelves that are not full are, this little spot here and that little spot there. And of course, as I said, these, but we will be filling those out. By the way, my undulata that I got from Sweden, from Rolf, is gonna bloom for the first time. I love how undulata, like the buds are so nice. I hope it's slightly different than the one that I already have. This is undulata from Larissa. It's my first undulata, the biggest. She's also gonna bloom soon. I need to take much better photos of my Hoya undulata. I'm not gonna go plant by plant here. These, again, might get a little bit too much light. We might need to sort that out because this is a pretty big, pretty strong light. But we'll see. We'll see how they adjust. And of course, they're gonna start making a mess pretty soon, but I'm satisfied. I think this looks nice-ish. And there's, again, I'll try to put the rest of the plants soon in here so they're not everywhere in my room, but I'm satisfied. I don't know. Don't tell me if you are. Don't tell me. One day I will also replace these two lights with those, because those are actual grow lights, but that day hasn't come yet. So for a moment it's gonna stay here, and of course I can put something in these baskets. I think I have like two more, and they're really handy, but also with these IKEA clips you can just hang them on the shelf like that. Oh, I think my Hoya Spartioides is in bloom too. Yep, that's in bloom too, so that's nice. But anyway, that's what the tent is looking like now. I hope you like it, but do not tell me if you don't. I'm not open for criticism. All right, I think we're done here for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm glad that there is more space left. There are about probably 30-ish more Hoyas that should fit in here, but they are on the small side, so we have, again, we do have here space that potentially could work. We will see. I also have ways to modify this slightly by adding more baskets from IKEA that fit really well on the edge of the tent, and then, you know, 2-3 plants can fit in there that are hanging. For the most part, I am happy with how this turned out. It still needs more work in the sense that plants need to be repotted. Some of the plants that are here are not going to stay here forever. I have some of the plants here that I, in one of my previous videos, have put on the 6-month limit. If they don't improve, they need to go. So we will see. We will see how they grow. I hope that this is going to work out for them. I think that for some of these, the light is going to be a bit too strong. So we might need to dim this big light a little bit, but I'm just going to give them a chance to see how they will grow. And maybe it's not going to be too much, but I think most likely it will be. And that is all. Let me know what chores you did while watching this video. Don't let me know if you like the end result, and do not tell me that there is space for more Hoya in the tent, because there isn't. When I tell you there's like 30 more Hoyas that need to get in here, I seriously mean it. They are waiting to be taken care of, so they will all go in there. And honestly, I would love it if we had an entire shelf empty so the collection can grow. This is not a place from which collection can grow. But I will keep the top tent for a minute there because I think it will come in handy. And I think as I grow and see which of these are my favorites, which are not, we can kind of switch it up, and then if we don't like something, it can temporarily go here before I offload it. But yeah, we'll see how this works out. I will try to do this monthly, to take everything out and spray them, shower them, spray them, make sure there are no mealybugs, and who knows, maybe in 2026. Maybe 2026 is going to be my mealybug free year, but if not, there's always 2027, unless the world ends. And with that, I end the video. Positive note. Bye-bye. See you next time, and have a lovely weekend. I'm so positive. Can't believe it. I would like to take some time to thank all of my patrons for their incredible support. A massive shout out to my $5 patrons, my 2 anonymous patrons, Alex von Siebenthal, Anne Margaret Moen, Angela Bernard, Angela Parrish, Anna P. Aspen Drake, Betsy Brett Noble, Catherine Molina, Connie Pagano, Daniela Danube Daniels, Down on Rolls, Deepanjali Rao, Either W, Elena Saxon, Ellen, Farah Ferdis Verdance, Francis Wilkins, Gathering Moss, Gina Geisa, Gina Radovic, Grossitz Kyle, Growing Nurse, Hannah Mathlin, Heather Uppenkamp, Hoji Scott, Yana Griffin, Jessica Chio, Jody D. Gomez, Jonas Barhjorth Larson, Cara, Catherine P., Casey Gross, Kelly Gallagher, Kelso, Kimberly Polka, Kiwi Mochi, Christy Ehrlich, Elle Lindberg, Lee Mooney, Luka Zerjevsky, Mandy Milliken, Marcel Har, Marina Yarmolich, Marty Miller, Melissa Walker, Michelle Herod, Mirka Grun-Roos, MJW, Moa Edmund, Miss Seidenhar, Nelly Yang, Niha, Nicole Maroney, Nguyen, Nita Macy, Odette, PJ Plant, Drid, Saig Zera, Rachel Peterson, Rebecca C. Renee Church, Sharon Bones, Starla Van Lith, Subi Kortekangas, Tessa Martins, Thomas Marsden, Tia B, Trista Bailey, Tristan Thomas, Van Islian, Xenia Green, Youth of the Volumud, Zaira Rivera, Zordorama, Zlatko Niponi, and a flower. A big thank you to my $3 patrons, Anna Malia, Karen, Kilon Constance, Daryl De Rosario, Eden Corlett, Holly Borner, KPZ, Lindsay Ann, Monica Wykers, Nerdy Kathy, Ringlove, Shayla Casper, Tang Watanas Riakul, VH, Wendy Foreman, www.myhoya.shop. And a thank you to my $1 patrons, one anonymous patron, Alice Borland, Andrew G, and C. Aquila, Brandon Pacheco, Catherine Molina, Couture Helvetica, Emilia Bronson, Jolie Sullivan, Kayla Vavra, Kelly Ash, Chris Perez, Laura E. Jackson, Lauren at Tugboat Plants, Lori Ann Subramaniam, Luzman Fernandez, Marga F. Wee, Mary Diamond, Mary Rose, Neely Spicer, Olivia Chin Mueller, and Pacific and W. Plant Lady.